back there and cuss them out. They've already gotten an earful by the time I get over there. Shannon, Arians says he likes it. He doesn't have a problem with it. Do you?
We got a big problem with it. First of all, Tom Brady, as great as he is, Tom Brady is a player. He and I are on equal footing. Although he's a greater player than I am, he's a player. He's not the coach. Tom Brady's name does not appear on my check. Because my thing is, Skip, I believe there's a healthy level of respect that must be shown between teammates, no matter how great you are, you're 1 or 53. There needs to be a level of respect there. And I get Tom Brady was frustrated, guys. You know, it was holding, it was procedure, it was unsportsmanlike conduct where the guy runs down the field. And I get all of that. The one that's the unforgivable is the personal foul. Skip, but come on, bro. You will run down the field and headbutt the guy?
Your center headbutted.
Yeah. I mean, come on, what's that about?
Post play, it's just okay.
Because we lose the down and we get 15 yards.
That was the one that set him off. Yeah. Because that didn't happen in New England.
Right.
Okay.
But, you know, procedure, penalties are going to happen, Skip, even though you try to, you know, you like, come on, guys, we can't have those. But see, the problem that you run into when you start yelling and screaming at other guys' mistakes and you throw pick sixes. Because I'm going to come to you and say, you yell at me, I'm going to say, bro, can you throw it to the guys in your color uniform and not the other guys? That would greatly help us win this ball game. You don't want to get into a back and forth. That's why I've always tried to be, come on, hey, when I spoke, I kind of spoke in generality, you know, not general, but I spoke, come on, guys, we need to play better. We're better than this. Come on, O-line. Come on, hey, I need to do a better job of I got to get open quicker. I got to do my part. But, hey, let's protect John. Let's open some holes. Come on, let's get going. Never one guy in specific. So I don't like that Tom turned to that guy and yelled and was cursing. No, bro, because you gotten 2 pick sixes. And you haven't played, you played well in spots, but you haven't looked like the Tom Brady from New England either, although the discipline that you were used to for 20 years is not here in Tampa.
It is not.
You haven't looked like the Tom Brady that I'm used to seeing on film and when I watch TV of you in New England. So, Skip, you have to be careful of things like that. But, no, I don't like that.
By the way, he was coming off the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award, having thrown 5 touchdown passes against the Chargers to 5 different teammates. So I think he looked pretty good in that game, which was just 3 days before this game.
Oh, he was down 24-7 to a rookie. Oh, he looked good.
And that rookie has arrived.
Yeah, okay.
And they were 3-1 going to Chicago, and all of a sudden the sky fell on them because they could not protect Tom Brady, especially in the second half, against a furious, ferocious Bears pass rush, featuring a guy that you fear in Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd say he's...
Oh, yeah, return of the Mack. Yeah,
okay, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what have I always said about Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.? He has a split personality. He has this thing called Psycho Tom that comes out during games, and it's not a pretty sight because he is a wild-eyed, driven competitor. Right up there with Jordan, but he's in a very different package. What did you hate and maybe quietly love about The Last Dance? Jordan's just all over his teammates. You want to talk about verbal abuse? It's like all time. It's off the charts, right?
Yep.
He got away with it because he could back it up on the floor, and they knew it. He backed it up in practice.
Right.
Okay, I agree with your premise of you can't just go to the sideline and start humiliating people in front of other teammates.
Yes.
Because Brady just loses it, especially when he sees his center, who I think by all accounts, he loves him. He thinks he's a really good player. He trusts him, but he couldn't trust him not to do that.
Right.
Okay, so he's all over him. But what did Bruce Arians also, this is the key to this, he said, he does a good job of patting them on the back, too. He might explode, but he's going to go down there and pat them on the back and get them going. Listen, I tell you this again and again. In all my years at ESPN, talking to ex-Patriot teams, I've worked with so many of them there who knew Brady very well. Not one word did I ever hear about, oh, he's a fraud. He's actually a bad guy. He's got a bad heart.
Oh, I believe that's exactly who he is. What you see, I believe that's exactly who he is.
So you can't take that guy on the internet, that silly, you know, lame, goofy, nerdy, cliche-ridden. It's just like silliness, and it's not how a franchise quarterback is supposed to act in public.
Because that is so different from this.
It's completely different.
I mean, there's so much space in between.
It's hard to reconcile.
Right.
That guy and that guy?
Skip, I think the biggest thing for me, though, is that I always took into account That dude might have kids. He might have a wife. He got a mom. He got a dad. They watching. And another man talking to you like that? Skip, I always kept that in the back of my mind. That's somebody's son. That dude he paying the mortgage too.
If that guy had been your quarterback and occasionally he had jumped on you during a game, the point with that guy would have been he would have built up love with you because he would have just sort of opened himself up because he opens himself up to the 53rd guy on the roster. I'm Tom. Hi, I'm Tom.
Right.
You know, and he wants to sit, he wants to hear about your wife and kids, and he's going to know all about them.
Right.
And he's going to send you texts about what happened with your new kid. You know, how's it going with your new kid?
Right.
You sleeping at night? That's the way he is, and it's 1,000% authentic.
I think the thing is, Skip, is that when you're around someone, you know what they can and can't take. And so I think if Tom's around me, he knows I'm not a guy.
Yeah, I would agree. He would figure that out.
Right.
And I can't push that button.
Right.
I can go here, but I can't go over there.
Right.
Because that won't work.
That's what great leaders do.
I would completely agree. So remember, whatever that psycho Tom competitor is, that's the guy who has 6 rings with 6 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime. It's extraordinary. He doesn't get enough credit for that. But you can't do that being that guy on the internet. That guy can't do that.
Skip, I would have felt better. He calls the offense up. Guys, what we doing? We're getting these penalties. We're shooting ourselves. We're harming ourselves. They're not stopping us.
Okay.
We're getting holding. We're getting procedures and then dead ball foul penalties.
To me, I have studied this guy for a long time. I thought he was coming a little unglued more than usual at the whole bench area.
Yes.
Because that was the first night he missed Coach Belichick, or at least the Patriot way.
Yes.
Not Belichick himself.
Right, but his principles.
The principles and the culture of New England. What did they end up having? I forgot to look it up. 11 penalties?
Yeah.
Okay, 11 for 109 yards, I believe it was.
Because he had never been in a situation where we beat ourselves.
That's what I'm saying.
If another team beats us, we can live with that. But
They kept making dumb mistakes.
Correct.
And it wasn't New England-esque. And we said it from the start. I was with you on this. Bruce Arians is a little loosey-goosey. It's like,
go drive him
no
crazy.
risk it, no biscuit. Just heave it down the field. Maybe we catch it, maybe they catch it. That's not the way he operates. So he's trying to find his way into that system and mold the system a little bit to his taste, where it can be much more careful than it was before.
He needs to get BA.
Yeah.
Because one or two things happen when you see things like this happen from a team perspective, Skip.
Yep.
Either you coach it or you allow it.
Yep.
Both are on the head coach. One or two things are happening. You coaching it or you're allowing it. So I need Tom to go to BA and say, BA, you need to crack down on this.
Yep.
You need to, because the defense are getting ticky-tack fouls and jumping off sides also. So this is how we're going to handle that.
Yep.
Coach Bella, like I said, Skip, you take a lot of times, when you move now, you have to understand, because man, I love this house. I love this house. I move somewhere else. The bathroom and the master bedroom might not be the same as the house that I really love. Am I going to be accepting of that?
Yep.
So, Tom, although you got these weapons, the discipline that you're so used to having, where you didn't beat yourself, okay.
Well, he's trying to instill it as the assistant head coach.
Right.
And I don't know if that works or not.
Right.
I don't know if the players will accept that.
Right.
But if anybody has the cachet and the credentials to sort of take over the team, it would be that guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's different, Skip. When you're somewhere and if things are one way and all of a sudden you're like,
huh?
Damn, you gonna let him come late to practice? I mean, we already stretching and he's just getting out of here.
That is true. Okay? And all I know for a fact is if they have 11 penalties for 109 yards against Green Bay at home this Sunday, you will get blown.
Yeah.
You will get embarrassed.
Yes.
You can't do it.
Oh, you gonna get it back regardless?
No.
Oh, yeah, right. You gonna get it right. Can I go? You want to go and do this right now?
Nope, Friday. Friday. Lots of dew on Friday on this show. And I love Diet Dew.
I think I want about 3
Friday
cases.
to settle this one? I want to know what you guys think already. Okay. Aaron Rodgers coming to town. Big test for Tom. And I think the attention to detail that was always in New England, that's what he's missing. That's what's been hard and an adjustment. We're going to go back to Dak Prescott, his comeback. Will it happen in a Cowboys uniform? And former Cowboy Orlando Scandrick, we haven't chatted with him in a while. He will join Undisputed after the break. No mercy.
you.